Untamed is going to be untamed. It's going to be a little crazy. I want to talk to my people. I want to talk to my brothers and sisters. We can have grace and humility in how we interact with other people.
Oh, hot dog, look at you.
And nobody talked about what's really happening.
And let's have conversations about what truth is. So I got some information while I was on the show, and I should have known, but everybody keeps me in the dark. For 5 years, For 5 years, I've been called a conspiracy theorist. I've been called... I've been sued. I lost clients. I lost friends. And, you know, being on that call with Coomer and coming forward on the 9th of November, I think I'm a pretty courageous guy. But I was not prepared. I was not prepared with what I went through. I wasn't prepared for what my family went through. And I've had Coomer's lawyers call me a liar more times than I can count. I've had judges do things that are illegal in order to side with Eric Coomer. I've had journalists at the New York Times and the Denver Post and all these places that have strewn my name through the mud in so many ways. Google has suppressed all the things that I've done good, and they pushed all this stuff up. Every social platform has canceled me. I can't get more than 10 people, 15 people to watch a live view on Facebook. I'm still blocked on Instagram. I got everything happened on X. I've been knocked down 3-4 times. I've met some really good guys, and they've all said it's because the first time it was because that I came out against Eric Coomer, but they said they couldn't tell me that, so they said I was using multiple accounts. I've been talking about Eric Coomer for a long time, and I'm sorry, I just said go live because Eric Coomer's attorneys had to file some admissions in the Patrick Byrne case. They filed it publicly, so I was able to get a hold of it. And when somebody got a hold of it, they sent it to me and said, okay, take a look at this. And so I did. And, you know, I'm not all together yet. Do we have the video ready yet? All right. So I've talked a lot about Patrick Byrne. Anyway, I'll start off by saying this. I'm suing Coomer's lawyers first. Then I'm going to go after everyone downstream for all the things they did to my family. I'm going to go after Coomer, and I'm going to go after the people that literally in our government that did bad things to me, including Governor Polis and A.G. Weiser, and we're going to go after the people that persecuted Tina Peters. She should be let out immediately. based on these answers. Now, they knew most of this because they have whistleblowers, and I keep talking to you about these whistleblowers from different countries, not just Venezuela, but different countries. And Patrick has waited 5 years, and President Trump has been so patient. I just laid it out. But these people committed treason. And coming forward, I am happy right now. I am super happy right now. And I'm going to let Emerald Robinson, who, by the way, was fired from her job for this. I want to say this to the people that interviewed me that lost their job to start with. Michelle Malkin was the first. She was canceled. And it was because of me. And Jovan Pulitzer went out there and said he didn't like my notes and this, that, and the other, and I lied about this. And I keep saying, how would I have found Eric Coomer if he wasn't on that call? And they had an affidavit from Tay Anderson that said, this is how the call went, but pinky swear Eric Coomer wasn't on. They did. They produced it. Now, in the meantime, they went and ran me through every court, tried to do everything they could to destroy me. And the media let them do it. And I have a catalog of, I think, 10,000 or, I don't know, 7,000 articles that people wrote about me, the Colorado Sun and the Kyle Clark. I'm going to sue the shit out of you. I'm just telling you right now, 9 News, I'm fucking coming for you. I'm going to let Emerald Robinson and please share this. Like, I haven't asked you to share it. Just break the algorithm. Break it on every platform. And then I'm going to show you the document. I'm going to show you Eric Coomer. Hey, don't worry about it. Trump's not going to win. I made fucking sure of it. And then I'll say, thanks be to God. Because without God, none of this is possible. President Trump wouldn't be with us. Patrick Byrne wouldn't have burned through nearly 90% of what he had in order to save this country. I wouldn't have burned through millions of dollars. Mike Lindell should be made whole, which means I'll be made whole, which will be great. My lawyers are drafting a dismissal right now to the court, saying how in the world could this kabuki theater, this charade go on any longer? The outrage is going to be significant. Play this 10-minute clip. This is with Patrick Byrne, who is one of my favorite people in the world, and Emerald Robinson. And thank you to Matt for sharing this, and for the other people that are influencers that have shared it as well. And thank you for believing.
We've got some breaking news that's literally just come in. So I'm not even clear on all the details. So what I'm going to do is just bring in the great Patrick Byrne to explain what the latest in his case, the Eric Coomer case against him, has revealed. Patrick Byrne, man, this is going to be exciting. Tell us what's going on.
We have 2 things to talk about today. How long do we have?
10 minutes.
How long? Okay, I noticed in watching our review, I know I perorate, so go ahead and just cough if I'm going on too long. One issue is the Eric Coomer. Eric Coomer filed something last night on the public docket. Wouldn't be surprised if his attorneys had made a mistake, but that's not, who am I to say? They put up on the public document, and we downloaded a set of acknowledgments that is in direct contradiction to everything that's been maintained for 5 years. I have sent it to you. Do you have that available to pull up?
I sent it to my team. Yeah, we've got it right there. I don't know how well we can read it. I haven't even had a chance to read it. Sorry.
Well, it's okay. For 5 years, Dominion's been saying we're an American company based in Denver, no foreign this, no foreign that. Now that we finally have painted them into a corner, which they're trying to he's been actually for the last couple of weeks or last week arguing with a judge. You have to write the rule that Byrne can't get to ask about China, Serbia, or Venezuela because that's all been debunked. And that's clearly not going to happen. The judge isn't going to do that. They filed this. They were forced to finally answer some questions last night, and they filed this acknowledging I've had contact. if you read to like the second, I don't know if you want to close in, it actually acknowledges if I've had contact with foreigners about Dominion soft code, base code, source code, programming. I've had contact overseas. I've had contact with people in the Dominion offices in Denver that I knew to be foreigners about our source code. Blah 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 blah. It's all spelled out there. He's acknowledged what has been denied for 5 years. This is a foreign operation. I can tell you, it's all a front. Whatever we have in America is a front. Everything's really was spawned in Venezuela and then potted over in the operations were moved over in Serbia. This whole, and Fidel, I mean, I know this all, well, I don't know if it sounds crazy anymore. Fidel and Hugo and China, they all figured out 20, 25 years ago, they saw the opportunity to take down the West with this weapon. It's amazing. So he is now acknowledged for what has been denied for 5 years. This is like Chuck Yeager breaking the sound barrier. You know, it was only for 8 seconds. Not a big deal. It's finally been acknowledged under oath and a legal response by this Eric Coomer, CTO or whatever. That yeah, there was all a bunch of foreigners all in working with us.
So, which just further confirms what we knew now, but that explains, again, why Eric Coomer doesn't want to answer questions about Venezuela, Serbia, or China. It's just more receipts on the foreign interference in our own elections. But here's what I want to hone in on a little bit, Patrick, because here's some comments that I've seen in response to our segments so that people feel that you're deflecting from our own intelligence agencies, say the CIA's possible involvement in this. But look, the CIA can't operate on domestic ground, right? So how involved is the CIA here with all of this?
Just to make sure we don't get CIA. This was all set up. I mean, I'm sorry. This was something that emerged as, I have described it historically, but the CIA became aware of it. I know by 2008, I think by 2006 or so, they became aware of what the Venezuelans were doing, had done, even like there's some stores that even tested it and such. And so they've been in cahoots since at least July 2009, because in July 2009, they set up an NGO in Alexandria whose was staffed by George Soros, funded by the CIA/USAID, whose sole mission was to propagate this Venezuelan junk throughout the world.
When Coomer says he admits to having foreign contacts, you have filed this, he's filed this motion not to answer questions about Venezuela, China, Serbia. Will he have to? He has an upcoming deposition. Do we know? We don't have an opinion yet from the judge. This was all filings to kind of support his motion, right?
Yeah, it's all to support. However, it kind of contradicts the other thing he's telling the judge, which is they don't get to ask him about Venezuela. What? Venezuela? I don't know. You want me to read a couple sentences from it or not? I mean, is that
yes, please. No, go ahead. We appreciate that.
He's acknowledged that as part of his job responsibilities and marketing activities, Eric Coomer previously met with individuals of foreign countries to discuss Dominion equipment. He discussed vote adjudication software with internal employees he knew to be foreign countries. He discussed election system code with internal Dominion employees he understood to be foreign countries. He discussed programming at a code-based level with Dominion employees he understood to be from foreign countries. You got to understand that the U.S. is supposed to treat this code legally like it's nuclear weapons. Everybody who touches this kind of code is checked out, gets security clearance, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. There's not supposed to be a bunch of Serbians and Venezuelans inside the code that runs our democracy. Like by law, there's special laws about it, and that's exactly what he's now acknowledging. We haven't gotten to say which countries because he's trying, but all we know is that as of today, he's still demanding that the judge exclude that we can't ask him about Venezuela, Serbia, or China. So, Emerald, what would be your top 3 guesses as to where the employees were from?
I think we know. Yeah. Venezuela, Serbia, and China.
Yes, of course.
I sent the documents to you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through each one of the answers fully. And if you could hit the share button, hit a bunch of share buttons. I actually, I put a post up that says, I have a long list of people that I've wanted to sue. And I have people that I'm going to forgive because the shame of actually coming after me, the shame of coming after me is going to be, you're not going to be able to run away from it. Because you were experts and you said that I lied. And I never lied. I've spent 5 years going through this to come out the other side. I wonder how much, by the way, the United States, am I considered a whistleblower? Is that, do I get a piece of the $787 million that Fox did that I can donate to a bunch of people? Maybe I solve a big problem in Colorado and get it done. I don't know. It's not about the money, but it sure is about the vindication. And I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen, but let's go to that document, shall we? Go to the document. And we're going to walk through, this is an addendum. So it was filed after he filed the first one. And it was filed under, I'm going to read this. He didn't file it under seal, but he filed the addendum and saying he wanted it protected, but then filed it publicly. Let me read it to you. This is an addendum to Patrick Byrne's response to plaintiff's time-sensitive motion for protective order. The defendant, Patrick Byrne, by and through his underlying counsel, hereby files this addendum to Patrick Byrne's response to plaintiff's time-sensitive motion for protective order. And the plaintiff, Eric Coomer, provides responses to Patrick Byrne's request for admission with additional discovery requests. Admissions by the plaintiff, Eric Coomer. The plaintiff's response to the defendant's request for admissions are hereunto and marked as Exhibit A, provided the following admissions, which are pertinent to the plaintiff's time-sensitive motion for protective order. Number one, as to part of his job responsibilities and marketing activities, Eric Coomer previously met with individuals of foreign countries to discuss Dominion equipment. Now, I want you to know that he said he didn't do any of it, none of this stuff. We're going to go through this stuff. But for 5 years, they've had this kabuki theater. They've lied and said, and by the way, Matt Crane, you're not running away from this either. I just want to be really clear. I am going to make sure that the bad people pay for this. Number two, Eric Coomer discussed vote adjudication software with internal Dominion employees he understood to be from foreign countries. Eric Coomer discussed election system code with internal Dominion employees he understood to be from foreign countries. Eric discussed programming at a code-based level with internal Dominion employees he understood to be from foreign countries. Serbian employees had the ability to connect to Dominion equipment in Dominion's Denver office to troubleshoot technical issues, clarifying that it was distinct from remote access to Dominion equipment fielded in customer jurisdictions. See admission 44. Relevance to the defendant's defense. These admissions are directly relevant to Dr. Byrne's defense of truth. Dr. Byrne intends to present evidence to prove that Dr. Coomer conspired with other Dominion employees to rig the 2020 presidential election. The admissions demonstrate Dr. Coomer's significant role in operations, oversight, and discussions regarding Dominion's voting system, including interactions with foreign individuals and employees who are central to the allegations in this case. The admissions provided herein further support Dr. Byrne's position that Dr. Coomer's deposition should not be limited in scope. The information sought in Dr. Coomer's deposition is directly related to the claims and defenses in the case, including Dr. Coomer's role in the development, implementation, and oversight of Dominion voting systems, as well as his communications with individuals involved in the election process. The defendant, Patrick Byrne, respectfully requests the court to consider the supplement ruling. Now, let's go back to the ruling, please, where he makes the admission, because they filed this not under a protective order, in a public docket. Just want to be clear. They publicly posted this. Oh. Can we pull up the other one, please? I sent you 2 documents. Oh, man. It's kind of a lot, huh? All right. Let's just skip on down if we can. Oh, did I skip down? That's not it. See if I can find it real quick. I don't see it. Hold on. Where is it? Is that not the document? Is there more to that document? Yeah, hold on. It's not showing up. It's not showing up as 18 pages on mine. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull this up here real quick. Yeah, mine shows 4. Why is it only showing 4? Oh, geez. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. Let me see if I can get this to Byrne case -2. See that. Show in folder. Okay, okay. All right, yeah, let's go to the 18 pages, right? Ready? So let's marry this up. So he goes through and doesn't admit anything and does these little shady responses. But then you get down to the responses at the bottom and you get to some of the things that he asked. Number 1, 31 was admit the Dominion role in the 2020 presidential election was a matter of public concern. And it says objection. But their response is admitted that it is a matter of public concern. It's really important. Admit that you have met with individuals of foreign countries to discuss functioning of Dominion equipment. So he says, admitted in part, however, based on the obscurity of the request, the admission is limited accordingly. As part of the plaintiff's job, responsibilities, and duties in a particular in connecting with marketing activities, plaintiff previously met with individuals of foreign countries to discuss Dominion equipment. Admit you have met with individuals of foreign countries to discuss Dominion vote adjudication software. Again, admitted in part. However, based on the obscurity of the request, the admission is limited accordingly. Plaintiff admits that he discussed voter adjudication software with internal Dominion employees he understood to be from foreign countries. Admit, 34 was admit that you have met with individuals of foreign countries to discuss the code used by Dominion voting systems. Admit in part. And it goes on. Admit, admit, admit. Here's the thing that you need to understand. Number 38. Let's go to 38 real quick. Admit that you have made statements on social media expressing political opinions about the 2020 presidential election. Admitted. Admit that you made statements on social media expressing opinions about candidates at the 2020 election. Admitted. Admit you are aware the Dominion election equipment is manufactured in China. Objection. He objects to the whole thing. Plaintiff objects to this request because he was not involved with Dominion's manufacturing operations. He literally represented Dominion in Chicago all the way down, all the way from 2005. He was the original person that was a person of interest in the CFIUS investigation into whether or not Venezuela should have a part in U.S. elections when Sequoia was there. And it goes back to 2006. I'm going to send you guys something really quick that I didn't put out there yet. I was going to do it yesterday. I didn't yet, but I want to. You ready for this? This is really important for you, for you to understand. This came to me, and I had interviewed someone some time ago. And this email, let me see if I can send it to you really quick, is from 2006. Now, I've kept a lot of this stuff quiet. And I just got this. So this one, I didn't get quiet. I just got this one. All right, I just sent it to you guys. I kept defiantly talking for 5 years. Why? Why for 5 years did I get on podcasts and I travel the country with Dave Clements? Dave Clements, this is vindication, brother. I just want to say thank you. Peter Tickton, I want to say thank you. My lawyers, I want to say thank you. People that believed in me, I want to say thank you. I feel like I'm receiving some sort of award. President Trump, I want to say thank you. For all the people that treated President Trump poorly and have gotten on this bandwagon, and even the candidates that said that they wouldn't have him be on the campaign trail, shame on you. Shame on you. Go ahead and put this up if you would. So this was from 2006. This is April 28, 2006, from a Dave Anderson, and it's to Tom Sweet, Doug Wennell, and Punet Vendit. Go ahead and put it up. CC'd on it are Chris York, Brian Cox, Eric D. Coomer, and Dave Horn. And this is CPR host issues and notes. Now, I want you to pay attention to something in here. Because this email, which I'll put out on all the socials so you see it, showed that they had tallying issues related to elections dating back to 2006. The same problems we have today. 20 years later, Dominion has the same problems. Now, we heard from the Venezuelan whistleblower that said they designed the system to be that way. We know that when this email was written in 2006, one of the people on that email came forward and said, Joe, they knew that I was looking into all this stuff and they fired me. And they fired me because I was a competent employee that just believed people were telling the truth. But they weren't. Eric Coomer's on this. Eric Coomer was hired by Sequoia Voting Systems, by Smartmatic. A month after, while he was going through all this stuff, how did they clean up? How did they clean his almost going to prison for a long time, 10 years, on multiple felonies? How'd they clean that up for him? I mean, he couldn't have got a job working at Home Depot. He was a heroin addict. The guy was literally a walking time bomb. But he went to work for a company as the chief architect for 17 states in the District of Columbia. And I said, listen, you start talking about the CIA connections, and Patrick Byrne said, I worked for the CIA. And now he's coming forward and saying, this isn't right. He switched sides. I don't know if he switched sides. He worked for the CIA, bad part. He was on the good side. I'll put this up so you guys can see it. Obviously, it's on the screen so you can see it. I just wanted you to know that this came out. And I really want to just go home and see my wife right now and share this with her. They have made this charade, this kabuki theater, go on for 5 years. I've given up 5 years of my life. And I don't regret a bit of it. President Trump gave up his time. Many men have served. I'm honored to have been able to do it. At times I've said I wouldn't want to do it again. I probably wouldn't do it again. I want to say thank you to Patrick Byrne. I want to say thank you to the people that are listening. And for those people that defamed me over the last 5 years, I haven't decided which one of you I'm going to forgive. I will not forgive people like Jenna Griswold, who knowingly defrauded the people of Colorado. Phil Weiser, Jared Polis. Man, I tell you what, the judge in the case with Eric Coomer that went against a 20-year judge and issued a sua sponte ruling giving Coomer's lawyers the ability to open up a previous motion, reconsider it one day on the job. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to. And all the people that have badmouthed me and that have walked around and badmouthed me, I'm going to sue you. Yes. Yeah, I am. I am going to have a party with this. Why? Because you thought you would destroy me. You thought you'd be able to win. Well, God protected me, and eventually, like I said before, Galatians 4:16, am I the enemy because I told you the truth? And I've kept to that fully. So I'm running for governor of Colorado, and we're not going to have machines and mail-in ballots. And for the county clerks and recorders that have stood behind and said that Tina Peters should stay in jail, shame on you. You have a chance to right the wrong. You have a chance to stand out and do the right thing and say, get these machines out of my office. All of you should turn against Matt Crane and tell that little prick that he has to resign from the County Clerks Association of Colorado. Every single one of you should shame him. And if you're on social media and you're friends with Matt Crane, you should shame him into oblivion. Don't worry about it. Trump's not going to win. I made sure of it. And Eric Coomer, to you, man, I hope that may God have mercy on your soul. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this lawsuit around. And I'm going to sue every one of the Staple Street Capitol and the people at the different, I'm going to go after every one of you because you orchestrated this against me and you thought it would crush me and it didn't. And for the judges that issued fines based on fraudulent things by those attorneys, and those attorneys knew it was fraudulent because they had this information, I'm coming after you guys too. I'm suing everybody. And it's not even a matter of the money. You will all issue public apologies. I'm not even sure that, I want to see Kyle Clark have to grovel with his little buddy, have to grovel on TV and apologize on behalf of 9 News, who he used as a weapon against me and other people. That's what I want to see. Okay, so opt in. 89517, we're going to have some more stuff. I'll probably do a thing this weekend. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. 89517. Text freedom to 89517. Is that it? Am I right, that guys? It's freedom. To Michelle Malkin, I'm really sorry for what you went through for 5 years. There's not a day that doesn't go by I don't think about Michelle Malkin because she was the first one to call me. She was the first. And they destroyed her. They went after her. And OAN and Christina Bobb, and I can go down the list. This case is over. It shouldn't go any further. And it probably will because these radical leftists, I'm going to have to end up filing lawsuits against every one of the judges, including Judge Olafson, because he's not going to let it go. But this is a good way for us to move it into federal court and then ask for civil rights violations and for injunctive relief against them so they all lose their law licenses and they all are disbarred, including the judges. Or they can do the right thing. We'll see. We'll see if they do. I doubt they will, but we'll see if they do. And to Eric Coomer's lawyers, yeah, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you for what you did to me. I'm going to sue you what you did to other people too. And they're going to sue you. So we'll see how it ends. To Max McGuire, I love you, buddy. Apollo, 5 years, bro. All right, I got to go. See ya.
Whoa, whoa. The forgotten and the free, exposing rigged machines, Coomer's lies, Dominion's deceit, pays $1,000 each day, shielding truth from corrupt halls, but he won't back down, standing tall through it all. Pardon Tina Peters, break the chains that bind her tight, hand count votes and one day bring the fraud to light. No more mailing scams, no machines to steal the night. Restore the people's voice, make Colorado right. Governor Oltmann, lead us bold and true. Badass for the have-nots, fighting through and through. Abolish property tax, cut the tolls away. Shrink the bloated state, let the people have their say. It's our rally call. Truth and freedom rise and watch the tyrants fall. Untamed Colorado, strong and proud. We'll be one man for the people. Set our great state free. Help the single moms. Bring back trade school strong. Opportunity for youth. Where the brave belong. Audit every NGO. Ban the wolves that roam. Reclaim our stolen land. perfect design. Expose the stolen votes, cross a dangerous line. No more victimhood, no chains on you and me. He's running for governor for real liberty. Smash the fraud machine, pardon heroes jailed. For the have-nots rising, truth will never fail. One warrior defies the corrupt elite. Colorado reborn, strong on our feet. Governor Oltmann, lead us bold and true. Badass for the have-nots, fighting through and through. Abolish property tax, cut the tolls away. Shrink the bloated state, let the people have the say. Governor Oltmann, it's our rally call. Truth and freedom rising, watch the tyrants fall. Untamed Colorado, strong and proud, we'll be one man for the people, set our great state free. Whoa, 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 whoa. Governor